Do you know there are astonishingly rare minifigures in the universe worth billions of dollars? It is so hard or even impossible to find those rarest minifigures. Some of them left the planet, and you cannot find them on the Earth anymore. You may have heard of silver or gold minifigures, but this video will cover more. LEGO and NASA collaborated to make Roman Gods minifigures named Jupiter, Juno, and Galileo in 2011. These minifigures are worth $2.9 billion and 95 cents. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are the fields that need much attention. Of course, these are the fields that help humans to progress. But nowadays, kids are not paying attention to these fields, so NASA collaborated with LEGO for awareness purposes. There is a long history of collaborations between NASA and LEGO groups. The purpose of the collaboration is none other than to produce projects that can engage the children and adults to explore space and STEM fields. NASA firstly collaborated with LEGO in the 1990s. In 2002, LEGO participated in the Mars public engagement with NASA. Also, LEGO released two kits named LEGO Mars Exploration Rover and the Model of Spirit or Opportunity. These kits were released to connect the student to the space and science knowledge under the Discover Kid theme. LEGO kept releasing NASA-inspired themes throughout the years. In August 2011, NASA launched the Juno spacecraft. At the launch of the Juno spacecraft, LEGO again collaborated and hosted an event. As the result of this collaboration, LEGO made 3 minifigures. The 3 figures, including Roman god Jupiter, his wife Juno, and Greek astronomer Galileo, were also fixated on the spacecraft. The purpose of these 3 figures was to represent humanity for protection. The minifigure of the Roman god of sky and thunder, Jupiter, has a thunder lightning bolt in his hands. Juno, the wife of Jupiter, carries a magnifying glass that represents the truth search. And finally, Galileo, the scientist who had a past relationship with Jupiter. In 1610, he discovered Jupiter's largest moon. His minifigure carries a globe and a telescope. These minifigures have the same typical LEGO figure size, but they are different from other minifigures in the material as they were made for traveling to Mars, so their material was selected according to that. This material can resist radiation in space to uphold its structure as a minifigure. They are dressed like they have a thermal blanket around them made up of aluminum. They were made of a special space-grade aluminum material resistant to the space environment. After its making process, it was tested like other space instruments. According to Greek and Roman mythology, Jupiter had special powers. To hide his mischief, he used to draw the veil of the clouds towards himself to hide. Jupiter is depicted with long hair and a beard. His other specifications were scepter, eagle, ram, and lion. Juno was the protector and counselor of the state. She was considered the daughter of Saturn. Later, she married Jupiter, and then they had 4 children named Mars, Vulcan, Bellona, and Juventus. Now come to our last minifigure named Galileo. He was an Italian astronomer, physicist, and engineer. He has made great contributions to science, including observing the 3 largest satellites of Jupiter. So they put great thought into making those minifigures, which is pretty impressive. Let's get back to the Juno spacecraft sent to Jupiter. That spacecraft reached Jupiter in 2016 and came into orbit around Jupiter in 2021. It is the farthest space probe sent into the solar system by NASA. It took almost $1.1 billion to run through this mission. The cost of these minifigures was $1,500 when they were made, but now they are worth about $2 billion. The reason is that they are in space right now, and if you want to get them, you need to have a spacecraft just like the Juno spacecraft and other instruments and machines to reach there and then collect them. Till now, these minifigures may not even exist. In 2021, the spacecraft reached the atmosphere of Jupiter. These minifigures might have gotten burnt, including the spacecraft, or even if they are alive, somehow it is impossible to get them. It may be possible that LEGO had made their 2 copies, but it is not confirmed. LEGO might have them somewhere, but they cannot be the same. So if you are a LEGO collector, what are your thoughts about this trio set? Our video has not ended here. NASA and LEGO again collaborated to send astronauts minifigures to the moon. Yes, you are hearing it right. NASA Artemis 1 mission carried with it 4 astronauts minifigures. So minifigures have taken a ride to the moon in February 2022. So who are these 4 minifigures? Let's explore. These tiny crew members include the characters Kate and Kyle from LEGO Education's Spike Prime system and Julia, and Sebastian from the LEGO City toy line. The minifigures are the main character of the educationally focused STEAM Exploration series. You can watch it on the LEGO Education website. LEGO not only launched these minifigures, but the most exciting part is that they also made a set of 6 ground controllers like real spacecraft, in which ground controllers support the space flyers. Each Space Team minifigure represents a real-life character, such as Kate's command pilot and mission specialist Kyle. According to LEGO Education teams, these realistic characters help students better understand the diverse roles, backgrounds, and skill sets within the Artemis I team. This minifigure will also host episodes featuring their NASA counterpart and interact with students and teachers who submit questions and share their learning experiences on social media. All 4 minifigures are special to the mission and not produced for sale. These minifigures in space are worth billions of dollars if someone wants to retrieve them. You can say that these are the rarest and most expensive LEGO sets ever made by the LEGO company. But for LEGO collectors, it is not good news because they cannot have them in their collection unless they go to Mars to retrieve them. NASA and LEGO collaborated only for educational purposes. These 2 sets were not the only sets sent by LEGO to space, but there are more. In 2004, printed images of astronaut minifigures were also sent to space. 7 years after sending those images, they decided to send Jupiter, Juno, and Galileo to space. Which sets do you like the most in the video? I think all of these sets are astonishing. Especially the crew members on the ground controlling the space flyer looked cool, and I was amazed by the whole idea. They are putting too many thoughts into making these minifigures. If you are a fan of space minifigures, don't get disappointed if you don't have billions of dollars. You can have other space astronauts minifigures. Of course, there is no replacement for the passion of a person. But you can own various other space minifigures for lesser prices. For example, you can get Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin minifigures, and a NASA Apollo 11 lunar lander LEGO set for $100. LEGO made this set to celebrate the 50th anniversary of space landing. So you can explore the space on an affordable budget too. There are other various sets too that are in affordable budgets to expand your collection. However, let's see what will come in the next collaboration between NASA and LEGO. That's it for today's video. Hope to see you soon. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video and don't forget to comment and subscribe. See ya!